It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck!
Views and comments expressed by the hosts, their guests, callers, and advisors on Eye of the Nation are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Eye of the Nation is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Eye of the Nation is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2026. All rights are reserved.
Hello, welcome to Eye on the Nation. I'm Leland Miller.
I'm Sandy Brown. Welcome
Thank
to
you
the
so
show.
much for joining us. Where are we? We're on 103.5 The Beat FM, channel 224. That's on cable, channel 112. That's on Flow. And of course on ILTV Studios on Facebook. And we're on YouTube on
Eye of the Nation,
where you can like and share and follow and comment. And, put it in the groups with the people who just gossip.
Yeah.
We want you all to gossip about us.
Apparently, I heard a little rumor, a little sip, that there's an entire group that's dedicated to bashing the show.
Really?
That's when you know you made it. Like, an entire group. Like, it's just amazing. Like, thank you guys.
Mama, we made the big leagues.
We made it. Like, I never understood how, I mean, just me personally, if I don't like something, I just kind of move on from it. I wouldn't watch it. But the type of energy it takes to create a group, add people in the group, sit in there and type is just amazing. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I don't know about you.
That must mean that I need to start a group about the insurance company. I'll tell you why. Because
hey, we talk about this insurance thing.
Because
I'm ready. I'm ready to give you the money.
Well, they've given me a partial payment.
Okay, how much is the partial payment?
I can't tell you that because I will see if they know what the partial payment is. Because they tell me that an additional payment shall follow. Well, it was not that amount of, not a large amount of money. Why couldn't you just, what are you testing? Are you running a mom and pop shop, or is this
They just wanted to make sure, because they wanted to make sure, because they know when they send a large sum of money, sometimes it's difficult with the banks, and they just want to make sure that they send it to the right account.
It's funny because y'all don't accept partial payments as premium payments, so why should I accept a partial payment as a reimbursement
I was just trying to help them.
That, coupled with the fact that God help you if you want to go do your annual physical, right? You walk up in the lab talking about, I have insurance and I come to do my annual physical. When you leave out there, you'll have a mortgage payment to pay for. You trying to test for STDs? We only could look for AIDS. All that other stuff? Lies young.
I guess it all depends on what insurance you have and what the coverage is, which is why
premium grade quality type A plus.
Yeah, but you gotta read. But you gotta read the fine lines when you sign up for this insurance. And if you have group insurance, you have to read like if this was your annual, if this was once a year, what all it includes. Some people insurance don't include eye. It doesn't include dental. Like you have to figure out what yours includes.
Firstly, NHI was doing a much broader testing than any insurance premium ever was, and then the doctors started raping, plundering, and pillaging.
Wow.
Right? Yeah. And so Michael Darwell, this is the only reason I actually agree that Dr. Dwayne Sands is a better minister of health, because he understands social health care, right?
Okay.
And so when NHI was giving you the whole run of the gamut, you could have go to NHI and test yourself for Toxoplasma gondii. You know what that is? Lonely woman disease. It's because you get it from cats, and who have cats? Lonely woman. Anyway, now you go get your insurance annual physical. You think you're going in there to check your kidney and your liver? Lies young. You want check.
And then you have to make sure that you've paid up your premium. You have to reach a certain amount.
Your premium paid.
Oh, okay. I
Because
was
they
just
say on your insurance, and we're going to give you one free annual a year. Well, when you show up for your annual, my brother, that's about $36.
Okay, I was trying to help. I was trying to help.
Gatorade or the vending machine. You want to do a Smart 25? Lijon. You want to do a liver test? Lijon. You want to do a kidney test? Lijon. My brother, you might say just take this insurance card and frisbee it across the road because that's what it's valued. I want you all.
Y'all notice that I'm being very quiet. I'm letting him have his moment. Y'all is say I'm letting him have his moment. You see how I'm leaving you be. When it's my turn, leave me be.
But
that's
when
all I'm saying.
I tell you the one thing I sure the insurance cover is the oxygen, you tell me leave it with Mother Ethel. My foot, Mother Ethel, your time has come. Because when I wanted to use my insurance for regular things that would keep me out the hospital, I would do a little smack.
This is a good time to point out one of the conversations that you and I had earlier when we were talking about how immigration plays on the healthcare system.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these things that you go to the private clinic and have to pay for are actually available at public clinics.
Not smack. I want to smack.
No. And you wouldn't need your insurance card for it. You could go right there and get it.
I will use my card.
Okay, well then I can't help you.
But
I'm trying to tell you could go to the
use
clinic for free, but you won't use your card.
I want test for little human papilloma. I want test for little, the things you can't really see. It's my liver kicking out. I don't know. But you know how I would know if I could use this insurance and they wouldn't let me use it. They're not safe.
We'll be back right after this. Stay with us.
Eye on the Nation will be back right after these messages.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation. And here's why I need my insurance to wake. Because if I continue waking with Francesca Brown, I am going to need to have to every now and again check my pressure. All right?
Which one of you think pressure high? Mine or yours?
But
You
as I
sitting
can
here
feel right now, I feel
because
right now like it's going up.
you're sitting here around with yourself. Because I didn't even say anything to you. You cannot blame this one on me. I did not fight back.
But you
I
tell me
allowed
go to
you.
the public clinic.
Thing is, what is wrong with going to the public clinic?
Go.
But it's for free. It have to pay. Those are your two options.
I pay it anyhow. All I'm saying to you is, okay, fine. And I go do my smack in the public hospital, right? And by the time as they send the smack results back, I smack the pop dead because the results take 9 months to reach back. My kidney been shutting down from last year, July, I know. By the time as the public hospital finally reached back with these results, we planning my funeral. I ain't into that.
I wouldn't say that. You don't know that because you've never used the public healthcare system. It doesn't take that long in some instances. But all I'm saying,
non-elective surgeries a day immediately.
no, I'm not talking about PMH. I'm talking about the clinics. I'm talking about the clinics.
They cousins.
I'm talking about but you cannot talk about something that you haven't used. I've used some of the, well, I tried to use some of the clinics, and I know people who go to the clinics.
Oh, boy.
But my thing is, if you're going to complain about the price and there's a free option, either use the free option or pay.
And the price.
I'll pay.
No. I didn't pay the insurance.
Okay, but
what
then,
you mean also pay the lab for the? Why my insurance could? How my insurance could determine that? They don't think it's important for me to check my liver. As I sit here right now, I feel like my liver need looking at.
I work for ILTV Studios, Eye on the Nation. I don't work for
Randy Roll
or any of those other
you think
insurance
Randy could get
companies.
any of this stuff done?
So
Sure.
I can't answer that question because I don't know.
Who regulates them is the only question. How come?
You didn't ask that question yet. You did everything else but ask that. Now, if you want
How
to ask
come the
who
people
regulates,
who collecting the money, selling me the insurance, can also regulate? How come you could tell me who paying the money what all you think you should do for my money? Explain it to me. Explain it to me how you, what rubric, what metric, what any kind of brick are you using to decide that, okay, you could check for HIV. HIV that ain't nobody catching 25 years, you could pay for that.
But you realize...
But human papilloma taking over the planet, you don't want to pay for that.
But you realize that people have been talking about how insurance companies have been scamming forever. I think one of the biggest things that came out with insurance companies was after the hurricanes, and people realized they had hurricane insurance, but then the insurance companies were like, well, you have hurricane insurance, but you don't have flood insurance. So technically, the hurricane didn't destroy your house, the flood did. And then people were saying that insurance companies were trying to find little loopholes and little avenues not to have to pay. This isn't something that just happened. This is something that's been going on for a very long time.
I think it's a racket.
So I'm very sorry that you have to pay to have your liver checked. If you don't want to pay, go to...
Just let my liver fall off.
Well, I mean, you stop drinking as much as you drink. You'll be in your
this
burst
is
right
judgment.
up.
This is
Then
judgment.
drink some water and your liver will be fine.
Maybe I trying to save other people's liver. How that sound?
Okay.
Maybe if I don't consume my share, then people up the road are gonna try. They're gonna have to consume my share. And now we got a chronic liver outbreak.
Someone said the Insurance Commission of the Bahamas. I guess that's who regulates and who does.
I don't trust them. You know who make up the Insurance Commission of the Bahamas? Insurers. You can't let rat watch cheese.
But we do it all the time. When you make a police complaint, you make police complaint to the police officers.
To the
when
police
you make
tribunal.
who are made up of police
Retired
officers.
Yeah.
Police officers. It
used
is
to
what
be
happened.
police.
When you make complaints, this is what happens. Why are you surprised?
I want us to undo this kind of this is I disagree with it.
Okay, we know. We do have a job. Okay, we just gonna keep
this
going.
is the last thing.
Okay.
Or Dr. Michael Davel, just let NHI go back to the testing. That was working so well.
I think NHI, I think a lot of people are very critical of NHI. I see a lot of the doctors have come out and say that I guess they weren't getting paid on time. But I know a lot of people who have benefited from NHI, the first phase of NHI, the second phase of NHI. The catastrophic insurance is, I think, what a lot of people are waiting on. But I know people who take advantage of all the services in NHI. And
But
you know
they
what?
have been redacted under this administration. And I don't bite my words about that.
And you don't have to pay for that.
I know.
Okay,
These people is a
so
marvelous system.
that insurance card that you're complaining about, you sign up for NHI?
Yes.
Use your NHI and it's for free.
It is unlawful to do so. It is unlawful to use NHI. You're not going to get me to commit to breaking the law. It is unlawful to use NHI while you have premium insurance. So everybody that's doing it, I want you all to stop it. But I do want to also say.
So you have signed up for NHI and you have premium insurance.
But I do want to say.
Okay.
I just want to let you know that I'm not obliged to answer any question unless I wish to do so. But I do want to say that there was a time when NHI permitted testing that was broad. And my whole deal is the best way to keep the population free from the need of catastrophic care is for them to do testing. That was the concept behind allowing the testing to be what it was. It's not our fault that pirates built the Commonwealth and these pirates decided that they were going to siphon money out of the treasury laboratory by laboratory. I have never seen so much laboratory in the Bahamas from since Edward Teach was here.
Well, a lot of the labs also popped up after
because
COVID.
they understood that that's where the money was.
It is.
Yeah, and I want them to stop that as well. And so
you want people to not make money because you don't want to pay.
No, I want
because
us to
your
not
insurance
bastardize the system. because if one group of people bastardize it, you now leave 90% of the population to die. If people can't go check for their toxoplasma gondii, they can't go kill them. And that's all I want to say. Because
I'm just letting
woman
you say
wouldn't lay in bed with rooming man, but they lay in this bed with this rooming cat.
I want to just end this conversation. I'm so mad this conversation even started.
Tell insurance people to stop it.
I'm not telling them anything. This is your rant. When I needed help with passport and I tell you I had to do all them stuff and you was sitting right here as a justice of the peace, you never offer, so I'm not giving you any help with this insurance thing. As a matter of fact, I hope you never get your money.
Oh boy. Naked came I into this world.
Next.
And if Negroes have anything to do with it, naked is how I shall return.
Amen. But we do have a full lineup for you guys today. We have a lot of interesting stories. We do have stuff to give away still, do we? Yes, we have stuff to give away. Before we start giving away stuff, I think we should at least jump into our first story.
Indeed.
What are we talking about first? I'm going to let you choose.
Sebastian Bastian and the Innovation, Science and Innovative Technology, Arts of Innovation and Culturally Innovative Center for Innovative Excellence.
His community center, that I think we showed you the video for it, was officially open today, and he had government officials, including the Prime Minister, there because it was a big deal. He talked a little bit about it and about what the center is supposed to be, saying that it's supposed to build entrepreneurs as well as encourage people to go. It has a computer lab. I think we saw some videos. They have like an elderly workout program. It's a nice place. They officially opened it today, but my co-host has a problem. No matter what no matter what you do for these, I'm going to use this word, Negroes, they have a problem with something. And his problem is the name.
Did you see the workup advertising about it? It's going to be a center for innovation. It's innovative everything. I'm just saying, if you use the word innovative in the commercial that much, innovative or innovation got to be in the name. How did you leave that word out?
Anyway, the center's open. The OWN Entrepreneurship Program, which I think a lot of people should know about now, they host it every year. They invite people to submit business plans, and then they assist people with grants in order to continue to develop their business. In addition to that, I think they also enroll them into UB or BTVI or with whichever educational course it is that aligns with whatever their business is. That's also going to continue at that community center, and they're going to involve Fort Charlotte residents in that as well. So it seems like it's a great idea. It's not just a place for people to go and do homework after school, which for some people is very important. So let's not act like that's a small thing. Some children do not have safe spaces or internet or computers, to be honest, in order to do homework, or light, very true, or water. And so those places are important too, but it seems as though it's a great place. I think we have a... Do we have a clip of it?
We have a clip of it.
Okay, let's play the clip.
The center that doesn't have innovation in its name.
Today, we gather in a place that will shape the community for years to come. A place of learning, a place for creativity, a place for innovation. Today, we put on the map of Fort Charlotte that hope has a permanent address. Welcome to the Fort Charlotte Technology, Arts, and Culture Center. This building is vision made concrete, even though it was built out of wood. A place designed to unlock talent, creativity, and the ambition that already lives in this community. Because Fort Charlotte never lacked talent. Fort Charlotte never lacked resilience. Fort Charlotte never lacked determination. But every community needs a space where potential finds direction.
What I have to give to Sebastian, I don't know who writing these speech, right? But the one thing he's good at is creating speech cliffhangers.
I will say this, and nothing.
Opportunity now has a permanent address.
I take nothing away from Sebastian, everything that he's done. You know, he's very active on social media. He puts his little stuff out. But I feel like Sebastian could say water is wet, and people would say,
it's profound.
Honestly, I really do. I think he's just reached that stage where no matter what he says, people respond to him positively. You know, he's one of those figures where people either love him, and when they love him, or people just dislike him. So I think no matter what he says at this point, the people that love him are going to eat up every word that he says, regardless of what it is.
But soundbite politics in this generation is huge.
Yeah.
You can tell from the enormous amount of faux pas people have that they don't think about what it is they want to say before they come into the public domain with it. But as a novice, as a neophyte, as a political, any other word that means newness, what I think Sebastian Bastian has done is he has learnt the 90-second soundbite.
Well, because he's younger, he's also attached to a younger generation than some of the other politicians. And one thing you could always say, he always is with his girls and his kids, and I think that they also, you know,
they teach him how to be hip.
They teach. The fact that you say hip means that you don't have no teenagers or nobody in your seat.
Oh, boy.
When you have teenagers, they keep you. No, you won't have no teenagers yet, eh?
No.
Yeah, they keep you with the terms and the terminologies. And I think he also has a great team. But you could also tell the people that have great teams. And I said this yesterday, and I'll say it again. I do not think that being a good member of parliament means that you have to have money. Right? So I don't want everyone to be like, oh my goodness, this is so amazing, because he has the money to be able to do it. There are people in other constituencies doing it with the means that they have in, you know.
And you know who agrees with you?
Who?
Travis Robinson.
No, Travis say Fort Charlotte can't be bought. I don't know if I can agree with that.
But Travis also say, my brother, I know millionaire.
Did he go to the opening?
Was he invited? You think he's Michael Lee? Y'all, let's please go to the clip with Travis Robinson.
And we've been finding common ground on the same. So anybody who think that the race in Fort Charlotte is over, you telling yourself a bold-faced lie. It is far from it. The people of Fort Charlotte are hard-working, industrious people. They go to work every day, make a decent salary, put a little savings on the side, and they want to live in a community that they're proud of, a community they love to call their home. This ain't about, oh, you're coming in like the king of the jungle. Fort Charlotte is not looking for a king. Fort Charlotte wants a member of parliament, not a king of the jungle. And every day, my campaign is a laser-focused one. Focus on the people of Fort Charlotte. Focus on the agenda. I don't go around taking pictures and videos of everything I do in the community, trying to portray myself as if I'm doing larger-than-life activity. No, I have helped countless of people in Fort Charlotte repair their homes. I've supported countless small businesses inside Fort Charlotte every single day. Grants and other initiatives I've done for people in Fort Charlotte. And I don't go forcing people to take a video or take a picture and post them up on Facebook and say, thank you, Travis. No, that's not dignity. That's not community service. You ain't doing that from your heart. You're doing that to get the glitz and glamour and praise. That's not what I'm about, and you will never see that from my campaign. Not the one that Travis Robinson is running in Fort Charlotte. This is about dignity, restoring dignity and pride to people. Hard-working people like that. And every day I knock on doors, it is just heartwarming to see the reception that I'm getting, the amount of people who are in this race with me and giving me the encouragement along the way, because they know real when they see it. The facade will not work on election day. And so I tell you one thing. This is a race that I will take to the finish line. And I have every confidence through the hope and grace of God and with the people of Fort Charlotte behind me. May the work I have done over the past 3.5, 4 years I've been campaigning in Fort Charlotte speak for me. And at the end of the day, I have every confidence through the grace of God that I will be successful. And I stand before the people of Fort Charlotte, not as no multi-million billionaire and all this stuff, and I could give you the world. No, I stand before them as a humble servant offering myself to be of service. And they have an opportunity, they have an option on election day to choose who they would like to represent them for the next 5 years.
Yeah, that's long, a little long.
Yeah.
You know what?
He's
I like the background music, Travis. I started to feel it a little bit. It was a little long.
It was very Martin Luther King-ish.
It was a little long. It should have been a little. I will say this. I saw a post on Facebook, I think it was yesterday, with someone actually thanking Travis. They said that I think somebody, one of these companies cut their wire accidentally when they were doing some work. And they were without cable, without internet. Their kids had to do homework. Travis, I guess, was going around campaigning at the time. They told him he went to his constituency office. They said he brought personally his Wi-Fi box or his internet to try and help them. So they thanked him for that. So he is out there doing things in the community.
I can tell you, and like he says, that if we ever made it to the end says something that I thought.
I know, it was too long. I could not listen to the entire thing.
He said that the decision for who will lead Fort Charlotte will be determined on election day, not the day before and not the day after. And I intend to be at the finish line. You will meet me at the finish line.
You know what?
I thought that was very.
You know, he had a lot of low points in there. It was. I feel like you need things like that to inspire yourself. I'm sure he listens to that every morning when he gets up in order to, get him throughout the day. But I will say this. This is one thing.
Motivational morning.
You know what? Maybe he speaks. He goes in the mirror and he says, "Now, Captain Travis."
I am somebody.
Exactly. Now, I will say this though, where I definitely disagree with him with, and I've said it before, and not just with him. In this politics game, you cannot just do, you have to be seen to have done. Meaning, if you are out there and you are doing good, you have to let the people see what you're doing. Because come election day, they're going to say, well, he didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll continue this conversation when we come back. It's time for us to take a break.
You heard from the captain. Election day isn't the day before, it ain't the day after.
We'll be back right after this.
Eye on the Nation will be back right after these messages.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Hey, it's time to lock in your vote.
Your vote is your power.
With the new boundaries in place, you may need to transfer or confirm your voter registration.
And if you have never registered or didn't plan to vote,
don't get left out on one of the most important decisions of your future.
Make sure when election day comes, you're ready to say,
your say, your vote, your choice.
Have you registered to vote? Join us February 18th, 2026 from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at ILTV Studios on University Drive.
It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck!
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation. Thank you for staying with us. I'm Levan Miller.
I'm Sandy Brown.
The people tell me, say, Travis is putting up a good fight. Regrettably, he's a featherweight and a heavyweight. That's what the people now text me and say.
I have no problem with anything that he said. He has to remain.
How it works these days. That is how social media works. That is how the world works. Like, I know gone is the time. I know a lot of people say it's vanity or you're showing off, or like he says, you're robbing people of their dignity. But the first thing the Bahamians will ask when you come to their door is, what did you do for me? Or what did you do for the constituency? So they want to be able to go on Travis Robinson's Facebook page or whoever Facebook page and see the activities that are done. You cannot do things in a bubble or in a secret anymore in this day and age. It is a campaign, and that is what you do in a campaign. That's the only thing I disagree with him with. Other than that, kudos to you. I would have dropped out from they told me it was Sebastian, to be honest. There are a couple of people I wouldn't have run against.
He's running his race straight to the finish line, he said. And that's where you will meet him, at the finish line. I said, that's powerful to say. It's just with such,
I'm sorry. You just have to do things for people to see. When we had the shows and people were calling in, 90% of those people say, I haven't seen them. I don't know what they did. Like, people have to see it. I'm sorry. Social media is a big part of this campaign, and if you have not done it, you need to get into it. I'm sorry, Travis, you need to take a picture.
Two things I will say to him. Strange bedfellows do politics make. So you don't know who will secretly come to him like Nicodemus and offer him their support. Because there are some people who I guarantee you every time they hear the word Sebastian Bastian, their back teeth hit together, and they will do everything in their power to ensure that he doesn't amass any more of anything.
I agree.
So again, strange bedfellows do politics make. There's always that. The second thing is, we've seen phenomenal grassroots campaigns that have materialized into things that have shifted history. Barack Obama. And so, Travis, who knows? Maybe you ought to, look in the mirror and say, yes, we can. No?
Anyway, we're going to leave David and Goliath alone for the day.
Can we beat Sebastian? Yes, we can.
Let me read some of the comments, because we got lost and we forget that y'all are here too, and then we try to come back and then we done 3 stories ahead. So let me just read some of the comments before we continue to go on. Watching a show on YouTube is, if it's muffling, I don't know. Let us know if it's still muffling. They sent that 30 minutes ago. Sorry. I don't know if it's, let us know if it still sounds funny. Travis sounds a little salty.
I didn't get saltiness. I got.
Travis sounds triggered. Robinson, why are you crying? It's called social media, Travis, not grandstanding. It's 2026, bro. That's the truth. Sani and Lebon, if Robinson was working the 4th child for the past 4 years, then how come Robinson knew that Pintard Sands was going to ratify him? I assume Brent gave Robinson the heads up. I don't know. Travis trying to convince himself. Again, his political inexperience is showing, because why were you in that area for 4 years? They all thought Sears would still be running, and now he can't get out of it. Social media is important. Menace learned that. Menace definitely learned that. He is definitely taking advantage of social media.
Record himself doing nothing. I love that. Menace say, I been in campaigning today. I just come to get my wife some ice cream.
And people commenting on it.
Now I on TikTok.
Honestly, he is a prime example of someone that is taking advantage of social media.
If this don't work out well for him politically, he could join Pastor Raymond Wells down there in his In It to Win It marriage crusade as the best married couple in the whole of the Bahamas. Because isn't he just wonderful as a husband these days?
I remember when they were dragging him for being a husband, but not, what, anyway. We, the public, would like to see evidence of your work. It is true. People want to see what you do, Travis.
Travis does have a very salient ideologically sound concept. People must not be stripped of dignity. So you have to learn how to communicate your reach that doesn't excavate.
But you also just ask people, are you okay with me doing this? And some people will say no, and you'll be very surprised. Some people would say, oh, you could post me. Some people say, oh, interview me. Like, some people want that attention. But then there are people who'll be like, could you please not? And then you respect their privacy. But you can't just not. Even if you do a video with you walking up and down and you don't want to show people's faces, do that. But you can't just say, this ain't for me to put on social media. All right, we can move on for this.
Who we going tonight? Adrian?
Adrian. So we had
That's another one who ain't letting social media lead him astray.
So this was early last week. Early last week, I think rumors started. I don't want to say news break because it was never confirmed. Rumors started that Adrian Gibson was going to allegedly run as an independent for Long Island because we all know he has not been ratified. He was not the party's choice. The party chose
Even though
Andre
the party
Rollins.
chose to keep him for 5 years, despite all of the uphill challenges he had.
Well, they chose Rollins, and so apparently, allegedly, the rumor started that he was going to run as an independent, and therefore he would have had to drop out of the Free National Movement in order to do so. And then people was wondering, we even saw a little crest logo situation going on, and the rumor just went everywhere, and then it was silent. But he broke his silence in the House of Assembly. I'm sure, because if he was saying yes or no, because he was saying, I ain't make no announcement, but I'm saying...
At whatever point my service to the people of Long Island requires me to act, I will act.
He didn't say no,
Right.
I'm not running. He didn't say yes. He was like, I mean...
I've been here for you, Long Island, and I will always be here for you, Long Island.
Y'all could hear it for yourself.
Yeah,
And then
it was
y'all-
much ado about nothing.
Figure out what he said.
Meantime, incumbent MP for Long Island, Adrian Gibson, dismissing speculation that he's resigned from the Free National Movement, making it clear that he remains a member of the party and its parliamentary caucus. However, Gibson's comments in the lower chamber today could spark talks in political circles about his political future and whether an independent run could be imminent. Those rumors emerging after Gibson was denied a renomination with the party after serving as its standard bearer for nearly a decade. It comes as former MP Andre Rollins was ratified as the FNM's candidate for the area.
Those reports, Madam Speaker, are false. I have not resigned. My commitment to the resilient people of Long Island, Madam Speaker, remains firm and unwavering, and to carrying out my duties and responsibilities without fear and with seriousness and integrity. My duty has always been first to the people of Long Island, Madam Speaker, and I will always choose the path that best allows me to represent them fully and without compromise. I have heard calls, I've heard your calls, Long Islanders, and I've read your messages. I've heard your sentiments, and I have been listening. I hear you. I stand with you. If the time comes, or should circumstances arise, where decisions must be made about the way forward, those decisions will be made transparently and thoughtfully, Madam Speaker, with regard for you, the people of Long Island, the people I represent.
Words like transparency, integrity, accountability all popped up. He had firmly said, I have not resigned from the FNM.
But he didn't say he won't.
But at whatever
He say,
point,
I ain't do it yet.
But at whatever point my service to you, the people of Long Island, he would have definitely won in the National Arts Festival. You, the people of Long Island, I've always given you my service, and I will continue to do that.
Is it me, or does it look like he's aged significantly? Politics really...
If you had double-digit allegations against you, you'd have gray hair.
Yeah. He looked, boy, you might need to take a break. Sometimes you need to take a break, get yourself together, and come back. Politics is very stressful, you know.
What exactly?
Politicking is very stressful. Imagine everybody knows
you. He was a teacher, an attorney. He had 4 jobs. I don't understand how this one job stressing him out.
Yeah, because that one job you are now responsible for thousands of constituents who call on your phone, asking you for jobs, asking you for fridge, asking you for carburetor, asking you to get the road paved.
He also no longer sits in a position where he could just lay pipe freely. So I guess maybe that is stressing him out, but I can't understand. That's his own assertion. His own assertion was, all I did was lay pipe. Those are his words. And now he's no longer in a position where he could just be one big pipe laying chairman. And that might be causing him great grief. I don't know. I don't know what's causing the aging, but he does appear to be aging a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like, he's not doing well.
He's had 10 years at it, right? He entered this as a 30-year-old. He's now a 40-year-old. Certainly nowhere in the succession plan of the Free National Movement as it stands today, as of today's date. Maybe you should go and rebrand yourself.
You know what? Everybody isn't. I have to throw in this little thing now. Some people have been in politics.
The way that I am? I know.
No, like Glennis. Anybody knows Glennis have new hair?
I have to tell you what I think about that off air.
A new smile?
Mm-hmm.
You see the new picture of Glennis?
New makeup?
I mean.
Anna buying. Glennis have a sweet
She have. That's an old picture now. That's the old one. Show new Glennis. We have a new Glennis photo.
New Glennis?
We have new Glennis? Yeah, man. Go on the PLP page and find new Glennis.
New Glennis is even shinier.
That's old Glennis.
Mm-hmm.
Glennis.
Only two things can do that to you. Money.
She always had money.
That's my exact point.
Anyway,
my exact point.
Speaking of Glennis, so we're going to move on from Travis. Adrian. Adrian say he ain't resigning yet. He's still...
Unless the people of Long Island say...
Ask for him, and then he will.
But if they don't say, then he
still probably will anyway, and then say they did. But for now, he's saying, y'all leave me alone. It ain't happening. I'm going through enough right now. Yeah. I have not resigned.
Yeah.
So we could put that rumor
We could rock that baby to sleep, sure.
Yes. But, so we did want to talk about, after they find a new picture of Glennis, but she also made a contribution in the House of Assembly. We all know that ain't it.
That's partially new Glennis.
That ain't, I got to define it for y'all. I can find it for y'all. Sorry, I didn't know that y'all, I only was saying it. I didn't know that y'all actually wanted to,
Glennis 2.0.
You know what? I think I have it on my phone. I can send it. I have one on my phone.
So she's telling everybody now that they're going to reduce the age for students to begin.
But that's, and let's be fair, that's not the only thing she said. She said that there's a sweeping education overhaul. So let me tell you some of the things that she said is going to be involved in this. The first one is they want to lower the compulsory school age from 4 to school when I was 4.
I too went to school when I was 4.
They took me in, and
my cousin let me in, Miss Bastian.
I feel like if you
and I did grade
if you
one
could
twice,
read, right?
Even though I was smarter than all the grade ones.
If you could read, I think that reading, writing, I think you should be in school earlier.
Can we see what some of the science around it is though?
Do you want me to read the rest of the stuff first? Okay. They're going to regulate homeschooling. I ended up having my daughter homeschool for the last 2 years of high school, by the way. I am a prime advocate of homeschooling. Impose mandatory accreditation on private schools, tighten financial oversight of public schools, and introduce a national curriculum with measurable learning outcomes. I want to stress measurable learning outcomes because I want to tell you that I do not think BJCs and BGCSEs are a good measure of where our kids are. So this is the one that he does not like. Children would start school earlier at 4 instead of 5. Under the new law, under the old law, it begins at 5. So the new bill will make it mandatory for age 4, requiring any child who turns 4 by September to be enrolled.
All right.
And you will have to stay in school until you are 16, unless you meet the graduation requirements before. So you can't drop out of school before you're 16, unless you finish schools and you graduate. You're an amazing student and you graduated earlier.
Sure.
So you could go.
My difficulty is that there are countries in the world, or the world over, that are moving away from that. And the reason is because what they find is that children are having something called education burnout. They're also saying that children that start school later actually have greater social skills. It is because they learn from what is known as the invisible curriculum, which many countries, very much more modern and developed than ours, have proven actually works.
Unfortunately, let me let you continue, and I'll tell you why I disagree with you with that.
So when asked the question, right, the exact question, asked to ChatGPT. By the way, people enjoy the fact that we reach for ChatGPT, apparently.
Yeah,
I saw people alluding to that on the internet.
Okay.
ChatGPT, what is the best practice in early education? Emphasize the nurturing relationships. Sorry, that's not the question. I need information on, I don't remember what I asked ChatGPT.
Okay, so while you remembering yours.
I found my question. What are the best practices in early childhood education, and emphasize the relationship between structured learning and cultural home-based learning in the early years. So chat went on to tell me that,
Yeah, I put the picture in the group, by the way, if y'all want to put it up while he's talking.
Countries like Antigua and Barbuda in the UK have schools starting at grade 5, right? And then there is the US, Canada, France, Kenya, and Japan who do 5 and 6. And then there are countries like Finland, Sweden, Norway, Poland, Estonia, and Afghanistan who believe in beginning school at grade 7. And the emphasis on that is for extended childhood interactive education.
Right, and let me tell you why I disagree with that. When you go in Chatty and you type things, you have to put in the Bahamas and you have to put context into it. Those places that you talk about, Finland, Estonia, and stuff, which have the best education systems in the world. They also have some of the best maternity systems in the world too. And parents usually get to stay home with their kids and teach their kids. Unfortunately, that is not the case in the Bahamas. A lot of us have to go back to work after 3 months. So we are not home socializing our kids. Our kids are, unfortunately, sometime in a nursery from 3 months, unless you have a Grammy that's able to be home.
Because I also asked about that.
Or an aunt that's able to be home. But let's also make this very clear. Some children staying home with their Grammys, some of the Grammys just watching, babysitting, not really teaching. And children have to be socialized. So one of the reasons that children go to school is to be socialized. I think the reason that those education system work so well and where you were talking about, especially for the Finlands, who have the best education system in the world, is they focus on things that we don't focus on.
Right, the invisible curriculum.
So if we are going to take something from them, that is what we should take from them. For example, Finland has less testing and they do not believe in children doing homework. They have more playtime and more social time than they have. We don't do that. I remember when my daughter was in primary school, she went to primary government school and private high school before I took her out and I put her in. She had like 9 classes in one day. When they have exams, these children having like in primary school 10 different exams. And I'm like, it is just crazy in grade 1, the things that they are doing, in grade 2, the things that they are doing. And it's not learning, it's memorizing, if you really want to be honest. And these other schools focus on social skills and well-being. They have shorter school days, they encourage lots of play, and they have strong mental support. Things which we do not have here. So if we want to take stuff from them, can we take that?
Fine, but when we ask about the reported benefits of going to school at the age of 5, here is what it says. It boosts early cognition and literacy, and it helps disadvantaged children catch up at a later date, all right? But when asked why is it beneficial for them to start at 7, it is said that children are more emotionally mature, better able to cope with routines and the stresses of the education system. They have stronger and emotional skills developed by that time and can self-regulate. They have extended play-based or preschool fosters creativity and problem solving, and they have a reduced risk of academic burnout.
But you realize they are in school, they're just not in, they are in preschool, they're just not in school. And the problem that I'm having with that being here is what I told you from the beginning. We do not have a system in the Bahamas like they have in other parts of the world where there is one parent that is at home that could be sitting down and helping their kids all day.
So
we don't have that. So if I keep my kid out of school until they're 7, what they doing but playing with Grammy all day and running errands?
She's teaching them how to bake bread.
And running errands.
So I asked, because you had said that we hadn't compared it to the Bahamas, so when asked specifically, can you compare the pros that you have found and the cons that you have found, and give me the top most useful pros and cons comparative with the Bahamas? It says, based on the school systems, we have 2 types. The type in the Bahamas that starts at 5, the type in Finland that starts at 7. One pro for 5 and above is children gain exposure earlier. The con for the 7-year-old is they have slight delays in formal literacy.
Which is a big deal.
Yeah, but they say, but they usually catch up rapidly by the age of 9.
Not in our school systems. That's what I'm telling you. And if you talk to some of these teachers, They will tell you that they have kids in their class who are these same ages, the 5 and the 6, who went to school late, who cannot read. So I would never encourage anyone not to send their kids to school early or send their kids to preschool, because more than just learning, they also need to socialize and learn how to be around other children and learn how to be around people other than their parents, because parents also sometimes coddle, and you have to go to school to learn that right is right and wrong is wrong. So you can't really compare.
I don't disagree.
I think it's apples and oranges.
There are very modern, developed countries that are moving away from this.
But I think that should be the least of our concern, the age.
So why can't we figure out what it is that they are doing to make their educational system because they have clearly laid out like cons. For instance, it says some children may not be emotionally ready and may become susceptible to stress.
I don't disagree with you. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, rather than focus on the one age thing, the 1 year age thing, if we are going to revamp our education system, we should be instead of taking that from Finland, let's take their whole system. We too like to go to our neighbors and take the stuff from over there, and it ain't working. Finland has not just their education system, they have the happiest rate of what is called the happy index. I didn't even know that was a thing. They are number 1. Those people are happy.
Yeah.
And it's not just because of the education system, it's because of the maternity leave, because of how they treat their women and children. It's because of how their systems are run. And we keep looking to the people who failing and say, let's do what they're doing.
They run the biggest economy in the world. We measure everything in money.
Failing.
We measure everything in money.
They are failing.
They have a lot of money. We like it.
They are failing.
So
I
asked
do
one
agree.
last question. I asked, how does informal community learning factor in, especially when there is a available mother or where there is interactive availability with a grandmother? Because I understand that is what largely fuels Finland and Norway's system.
The mother stays home.
Right? Or and they have extended...
And they get paid to stay home.
They have extended maternity leave.
Like 3 years.
Which Auntie Pia, I know if Auntie Pia...
No, but Auntie Pia... No. Auntie Pia was saying 6 months or 5 months or something like that. Yeah, but they just have years. And they pay you to have babies, by the way.
So they said informal learning has significant factors like language and communication advancements, social and emotional development advancements, cultural transmissions. That means children aren't being taught how to behave by a system. They are actually becoming culturalized, like the Deputy Prime Minister talked about, by the things they are because of the things that are around them.
Now, I'll say this now. I don't know if I necessarily agree that some of these children need to stay home with some of these parents and learn how to behave.
They learn practical life skills.
I will say that. And tell me I disagree. Tell me I'm wrong. Because some of these parents coddle these children.
And
they let these children go to school. Even if it's just preschool, to let them be socialized early, let them be able to learn. I feel like we need to overhaul our entire education system. If this is the first step towards it, great for Grammy Glennis.
Yeah. So the last
I can't call her Grammy Glennis.
Practical life skills.
Auntie Glennis, she look good now.
Because we could all agree that the average 16, 17-year-old knows nothing.
Not anymore.
The little fella by the gas station couldn't take my gas cover off yesterday.
Well, you driving a fancy car.
No, I was driving the work truck yesterday.
If you had a cube, they could have taken that off. The cube you so hate on. If they had the cube,
I might not have
they would have known how to take it off.
the cube to take the gas cover off because Pookie might have done take the whole cube, not just the gas cover.
Stop trying to drive fancy car.
And then it teaches them exploration, which again is missing from our children today.
So much is missing for our children today, and I cannot believe that you're harping on this age point. The age point to me is moot. We have children graduating from high school who cannot read and write. Not even graduating, passing out.
Can you agree that may be academic stress or academic exhaustion?
I don't disagree.
Which is exactly what the study says.
I don't disagree. Not even just academic stress. I do believe that we don't have guidance counselors or anybody in the school enough to kind of look at Sani and say, okay, Sani's not really good at math, but she's excellent at English. So let me get her in classes that are more centered around that, which is what they do in other parts of the world, instead of forcing you to take these mandatory classes. I've been failing math from I was in grade 7, and you put me in calculus. Tell me how that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you
understand? You go to college and they require the same thing.
No, they require basic math and basic English, and then you pick your electives. It is completely different. I'm not forced to take classes. I choose my classes.
I was in college learning indices, and I couldn't figure out where Well,
I don't know
Where
why.
in my life would I ever use an indice? I had made it all the way to 35 and never used a single indice from my born.
Sorry to hear that, but every college class that I took, except the first math class that I had to take, because you have mandatory math and English class, I was able to use. So I'm just saying that I think that we need to focus more on that and focus on honing in on these kids' skills instead of basing their worth off of BGCSE and BJC skills.
And stop asking me to find the X, because I don't want to find my X.
Listen, and you know what's so crazy when they used to say, you think you can have a calculator in your pocket? I do.
I do. Every day,
I have one on my wrist now. I have one in my pocket. I have one in the front of me.
Find
You know, I'm just saying.
Find an X has never helped me pay my light bill.
I could ask Chatty right now what X is, and I can get that back in 2.5 seconds. Let me read some of the comments before we move on. Sani, you're right about those European countries. I agree with you, Sani. At the age of 7, can't read or write is diabolical. Please note, Sani, as intelligent as our baby children are, I do concur that 4s are good for school. Someone say I failed BGCSE math and science, and I have 4 degrees.
Yep, I can tell you that.
You too?
Yeah.
I got a U.
I failed the math BGC so much.
No, I failed math. I failed
I'm
French.
an expert on how to fail them. If you want to know how to fail the math BGCSE, give me a call. I can help you out with that.
We'll be back right after this.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Welcome to Paradise Premium Foods, where exceptional taste meets everyday convenience. Right in the heart of Hurricane Hole Plaza, whether you're planning a beachside brunch, an intimate dinner, or simply restocking your favorites, we offer only the finest selection of local and imported goods, handpicked for quality, freshness, and flavor. At Paradise Premium Foods, shopping is effortless, service is personal, and every visit feels like a treat. From gourmet meals to go to organic essentials and indulgent treats, this is your neighborhood market elevated. Live well, eat better. Discover Paradise Premium Foods, now open at Hurricane Hole Plaza, Paradise Island. Paradise Premium Foods, taste the difference.
Edenwell has expanded their testing menu. We now offer blood work, drug screening, and so much more. Our hours of operation are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., located on 11 Madera Street. We are here for all of your laboratory needs, with fast and reliable lab work done by our friendly and knowledgeable staff. Let us help you take the needed steps to stay in the know about your health. Let's keep working towards a healthier you. Stay Eden well.
Good luck!
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
I gotta stop talking to people. Every time I say something,
That's how you know they had money. You know something? I work along with a person by the name of Francesca. She's using this decoy name Brown, but I believe she is Francesca Jackson, because that's the only people I know who have as much money as her.
I don't have any money. I don't understand why you think.
I'm not listening to you. This is the face I use when I stop listening. And I'm not listening to you because I can tell these stories you keep telling me about are only stories with people who have plenty of money, Francesca, ordinary Bahamians.
I work 3 jobs.
That's a part of the decoy.
I work 3 jobs. You think if I had money, I would. I literally get up in the morning, go to one job, run from that job, come here, and then try to do my thing after that. I'm tired. You think anybody who had money would be working? Please stop.
Money like the Jacksons.
Anyway, we
So
do
if
have
you're
some
looking
more
for a
stuff.
woman with plenty money,
Oh, jeez. We do
I
have
present
more.
to you Francesca Brown Jackson.
I'm going to go say something just now. We do have some more stuff we're going to talk about. We're talking about election. So, did we wrap up that conversation? We wrapped it up.
Yeah,
I think
so
we were
you
done.
say, don't listen to these Grammy them run, y'all. DZ and the guy in the Grammy.
That's not what I said.
I tell you one thing, DZ in Norway and Grammys. I tell
That's
you
not
that.
what I said. Oh, we were supposed to do
Have we been
the.
sabotage again?
I think so.
We didn't even say half of them yet. I was just going to say it.
I think so. We were supposed to do the crime stuff. We skipping over the crime stuff again, or we getting into that, or we want to go into election?
Sure,
what do we want to do?
If you say the word election, I just get excited immediately.
Okay, so I'll let you choose. You're the man lead.
Say it one more time. Oh,
you got that once out of me.
Let's go to election.
Okay, so we'll go to election. We'll come back to the crime stuff later if we have time. So Fred, in one of his very long voice notes that he usually sends out that you so love, said that election is going to be in a few weeks.
Yeah, a few weeks.
And I guess
that's not preempting the Prime Minister at all.
I started secretly working for Brave. I'll tell y'all that. But yeah, he sent out one of the voice notes, and I don't think he meant to do it. I don't know if it was one of those internal voice notes or one of those ones that he sent out to everyone, but he said election in a couple weeks. Boy, and for people like me who haven't registered to vote yet, once they call the election, by the way, if you don't know, and they announce the election date and Parliament is dissolved, you can no longer register.
But the permanent register exists now, so if you're on the permanent register, you're good to go.
Yeah, but my thing is, I need to register
yeah.
because I have to transfer one. I do not have my voter's card because I moved and I lost it in
You can use your passport, but you don't
the
have that
passport that I do not
either.
have.
You don't have that either.
Come
Why
on now.
You're looking rough for you.
Yeah, I do not have the passport, so I cannot. You know what? Hopefully, you know what? Maybe that's what I should do. Y'all selling y'all votes for ring bells and stuff. If whoever in Kalani can give me my passport.
Talk to the guy, but yeah, that this your one.
Whoever can give me my passport. But no, all funny jokes aside, you do not need to have your voter's card. You can vote with your passport if you are on the register. But they encourage you not to do it. It's much easier if you have your voter's card. You can still go out there. They still have registration centers. They're still registering people to vote. I honestly need to do it. Hopefully, I have my passport situation straightened out by the end of next week, and I can go and register to vote because I've said it before. I think it is a very important thing that we do. Even if you're not sure right now if you're going to vote or who you're going to vote for, I think having the power to do it makes sense.
And there are even people that actually stand on the line to spoil their ballot. While I think that those people are Neanderthals, I also believe that it is a part of the democratic process, and you should not exclude yourself. So you should participate no matter what your participation looks like. I wouldn't stand up in the hot sun forever and evermore to go spoil a ballot.
Absolutely
that would
not.
really make no sense.
And they are giving out the biometric cards now. They're testing those as well. You do not need them in this election in order to vote. You could use your regular cards, but they're just rolling out the process.
But Bahamians like cards, so I imagine the lines for those would be long.
For the biometric ones?
Bahamians just like new card. We didn't care what the card for.
I think a lot of Bahamians don't trust it because, you know, they like the paper and the sticking and the sign because, you know, people think that their whole life could be in those cards. And I've heard people say they don't know who I vote for. They could record it. And it might be so. You never know. But some people do not trust it. So I don't know.
Well, all that would mean is you can't lie when you collect the $50 in the T-shirt. What else? What else would it preclude you from doing if they knew who you voted for?
Anyway, we have Fred telling people the election in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Let's let him
Ladies
know
and
what
gentlemen,
Fred say.
adjunct Prime Minister Frederick Mitchell.
On to some other news. Questions are emerging tonight about whether the nation's leader may have already have a date in mind for the next general election. The speculation comes after comments from PLP Chairman Fred Mitchell, who appeared to suggest to a possible timeline for when Bahamians could return to the polls. Some political observers now believe Prime Minister Philip Davis could call elections as early as May, a month away. Many voters are familiar with that month from past national elections. However, Davis has previously said that when the time comes, he will be the one to announce the date.
This is a country that is facing a general election in the next few weeks. And it's likely that the election campaign is going to heat up, and the Bahamian people will be asked shortly who should govern them for the next 5 years. By any reckoning, that should be the PLP administration. We need a second term, not an F&M administration that surely says, when the people say jump, they say how high. These are serious times, and under no circumstances should Rupert Hayward, Michael Pintard, and all the other minions on their payroll be allowed to run the Bahamas again. Never. This is where the rubber meets the road. As we say to Michael Pintard and Rupert Hayward, no, no, no.
That's
I think he just is. And you know what's...
Oh, no.
You know what is impressive about Fred, though? He been doing these before ChatGPT times.
Yeah.
These, ChatGPT speeches.
No, this Fred.
This is him.
These Fred PT.
And that is a gift and that is a talent that a lot of people don't have anymore because Chatty's here and Chatty could just say and then Chatty would say, Fred been doing this a long time. Now, Fred, how you get telling people election in a few weeks? And the Prime Minister didn't even say nothing.
Yeah, Brave say, Benedict.
He said, Fred, he said, we're going to the next general election in a few weeks. Who told you that?
Yeah. When it rests solely
with Brave.
With one man.
But they did ask Brave. I think we have a clip of Brave when they asked him about when the election is going to be.
Well, all I can say is that the elections would be so. And that's all I'll be prepared to say. Do expect that we'll be promoting our message, showing what our record has been, and what we intend to do going forward. When I reflect about what we have done over the last 4 years, it's tremendous. I mean, it's a lot. I'm proud of the accomplishments, but we want to ensure that it's been impactful. And we're going to demonstrate how we intend to make it more impactful for those who are still not feeling what.
Yeah.
Just a correction. Someone said, the voice note said shortly, not a few weeks. The literal first line said in a few weeks. I don't know if we ain't play it again, but the literal first line said we're going to a general election in a few weeks.
Yeah.
So he must know. I mean, obviously, as the chairman, he would know. So
not necessarily.
You don't think?
So they're never gonna play it May 10 ever again, though, because they got a shellacking the last time they touched that. That shall forever be the day for the HMBS Flamingo and nothing more. So May 5th, 5 and 5 is 10. They're gonna go to nomination day. April is 4. April 6 is when Easter will be over. So that's 10, and they could take away 1. And it'll be 9, so they're gonna announce the election.
Geez, this so long. Anybody who
got to come up to 10.
This is too much.
Take my word for it.
Okay. The election isn't due until September, by the way, so he has until September
April
to
10
call the election.
Announced.
But
nomination day will be announced, right? And then they will go April. See, always got to come up to 10. April is 4, and then you got to go 14th, which will be nomination day. So you'll have to take 4. From 14, and that'll give you back 10. That'll be when you have to nominate, and bam! May 5th, 10, election.
Let's read some of the comments
You
because
don't have
I
to
don't
believe
know.
me.
I
You
don't know
put 6 bears on it?
I don't know what's happening. 6 bears.
Yeah, I want to keep it friendly.
Someone say Sani secretly working for Brit. I am not.
That's
and then someone
that's where she keep getting all this money
say,
from.
Sani, get that money while you can. I am not. I wish I was, but I am not. I mean, if they won, pay me. Anybody up there? Just putting that out there.
Maybe you could go work with Captain Travis Robinson.
Travis say he have the money. I am sorry I work for money. Travis didn't say he have it.
Oh boy.
Travis didn't have it. I'm sorry.
But
I'm
you
sorry.
get to say wonderful things like you are here as a servant on behalf.
I can't tell her to BPL when they come for their money. I can't say BPL, you are serving their hair on behalf of the people. Can't do it. Said say Fred, funny boy. Fred is something. GBPA got Fred Waters running. What does Ruben Haywood have to do? I don't know why you mentioned me though.
Man.
I cannot get out of these conversations.
Sitting down, I'm like,
what I do? How am I getting this? He really thought it was over.
Boy.
Someone says, I like Brave. I like how Brave has put a smile on his face when he ducking that election question.
Me too.
Like, come on, man.
That's his tell. Right? Like, you always know when Brave is going to tell an untruth. Like, he just... And he's laughed at himself because I guess he's saying, okay, this is the part of the year where you lie.
Someone said we know it coming after Easter for sure. Before May 10th. Someone say May 5th is a Tuesday leaving.
Who say election can't be on Tuesday?
I don't know. I'm only telling you things. I am reading what the people said. Someone else said the GBPA versus the government debacle is taking over the national debt. Someone said they don't want the government in their business. It's a F&M nation. Okay, we have things to give away.
May 5th or May 25th? Because that way you could say you take 15 away from 25 and you come back to 10.
All right, we have things to give away. I think we have a pair of tickets we're giving away for Beat Fest. We have gas. Somebody asked for gas as soon as we log on, and I have to do it for them.
Are they a FNA?
No.
I told you I was giving things to FNAs today.
I cannot find it anymore. Someone literally, as soon as said, good afternoon, I need that gas voucher.
Listen, to
and
my
I can't
FNA
find it.
friend
I can't roll up on the comments anymore.
From yesterday, just come back and identify yourself as the FNA from yesterday. See, because that would mean that were you not just an FNA yesterday, but that you have deliberately decided today that you will once more be an FNA yet again.
I found her again because she commented again. I also want to say, someone say election is due October, not September. I thought it was September. Is it September?
Well, it depends on how you ask the people, because you know it's 90 days from the first day of the 90 days from the day of the first sitting of the prime ministers don't play with that. Whenever you see a prime minister start playing with that kind of nonsense, the writing on the wall for him, and he's just trying to get as much salary as he could.
Okay.
No, man, Brave confident. Brave is confident that you hear him say, we have impacted people, and we just want to make sure that the people feel the impact in the places that we wanted them to feel. And that is what we're looking to do now, to get our message out. Brave is confident.
Well, anyway, whenever election comes, it's only him who can tell us. Hurry up and get registered.
And I want him to make sure don't suffer from the Christie syndrome, where you go on to convention, you come out popular, you stay right there till Saka's clue clocks you. Now Bahama got chain link fence around it. Brave, go now.
And then, you know, their convention is, I'm ignoring you. The F&M's convention, I think, is on the 21st. But they're lucky that that is in the middle of Lent, and they ain't gonna make no announcement in the middle of Lent. Not convention, sorry. Their campaign launch is on the 21st. So y'all better hurry up. Everybody want to register to vote, hurry up to what y'all have to do. You only have a couple of weeks left, according to Fred. Now, depending on who you talk to, because some people say weeks could be straight into October.
Yeah.
Or a few weeks don't necessarily have to mean a few weeks, but the people I'm saying is...
Yeah.
All right, so I found a lady who, as soon as we log on, Glinton Charisse. I need that gas voucher. Ting stuff my car on E. Let me tell you something.
Is she driving a Q?
He could tell you.
Yeah. E is where she lives.
Stay on E.
I tell her she must believe that the E is for excellent, it is for exuberant, it is for elated.
Well, I tell you all, I just be on 1 mile to E2. I really have to do better. Honestly, it's something about stopping to get gas that is doing something to my spirit.
If Sandy have to speed away from this building in the fire, she's going to die in the fire because the car can't take her far enough away from the fire before she get catch.
So I say all that to say, Glinton Cherie, I feel you, girl. I feel you. My car live on E. I don't think it have a CF, to be honest.
Boy.
That's very wrong. I really shouldn't do that. But we're going to give that to, is that your real name? Is it Cherie Glinton? We're going to give you that gas voucher, courtesy of
Vasco Bastian.
So you can come to the station.
Backwards in the news.
We ain't coming to that yet, but are we sending her there, or are you coming to the station?
Come to the station and pick it up.
Come to the station. Okay.
We have the vouchers, yeah.
So you can come to the station.
Do we have one more producer?
Gas?
The voucher? We'll figure it out. Come to the station.
Okay, we've given away one so far, and then we're gonna give away those pair of tickets, and then he has some other stuff that he wants to give away.
Tomorrow.
You're doing that tomorrow. So we're gonna stop with the giveaways for now. I think our producer had to go do something.
I'm giving an all access to the vintage party.
Well,
Well, tell the people why you telling me. Tell them what you giving them.
Tomorrow, I'm giving away 2 all-access passes to Vintage, which is going to be this weekend at the Sports Center. Yeah, so all you have to do is listen to this show.
Okay, tell
don't
me.
listen to no other show. They don't give you all nothing.
Okay, Chanel Glinton. All right, Chanel. I'll let me take a picture.
I need to motivate them more than that.
Huh?
You tell me I must tell them what?
You keep looking at me to tell me, and I'm trying to figure out why you telling me.
It's the only show on radio and TV where you could get things. Because if you go to those other people, you'll get nothing, you know?
All right, Chanel, congrats on the gas. I feel your pain, girl. Trust me.
My
I live
grandma
on
say,
it.
if you So the long and short of the story
Okay,
is
found it.
She has recanted.
She has recanted. So this is the story. So the trial of the...
If he is guilty of anything, he looked like he is guilty of hiring a bad lawyer.
Isn't he representing himself?
No, he has an attorney. But I hear this attorney ask one question yet. The only person who asks any questions of weight is him.
But this is what people were talking about. So remember the trial of that defense force officer who allegedly began having an illicit sexual relationship with a young girl right after she graduated from grade 6.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was, some stories say 12, some stories say 11, but between ages of 11, and it went on for about 3 years, allegedly, until mom saw him. And
speed off. And she knew exactly
he
where
used to take her to the church. I won't call the name of the church, but they say he used to take her to the church, and they used to do whatever they had to do at church. And then one day he was dropping her home. Mom was like, who this person is? When he saw mom, he speed off. Mom sped off behind them, called the police. Police caught her in the car with the man. Charges were pressed. The case has finally come to court. In one of the stories, he admitted that he was, I guess, according to one of the stories, that he was having a relationship with this girl, this young lady, I guess, from text messages, whatever it was. But now, in a surprise twist, on the stand, the young girl, who is now 16 years old, has taken back her allegations and said
that she's only offered that under pressure.
Say she has never had any sexual...
No, read the story.
Yeah, I'm going to read it.
Yeah.
When I started to read it, you interrupt me. Now you want me to read it.
I was helping you find it.
So the trial of a Royal Bahamas Defense Force Marine accused of having an illicit sexual relationship with a child took a twist when the accuser recanted her allegations. So the 16-year-old went to the stand at the request of defense lawyer and was questioned by the accused. I don't know where it is that happened.
His lawyer must be drinking a Mai Tai.
I don't know where that has happened, that you let someone who has allegedly been sexually abused, but in this case they say it was unlawful sexual intimacy. Yes, I understand that, but that just seems like a lot for a sick... You sounded right here and you talked to me earlier about the stress and stuff of children, and you don't think that would stress a 16-year-old to have to sit in court and take questions from the person that is accused of doing things to her?
Sure, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying he also has a legitimate right to face who accuses him.
Yeah, and just because they have the right to do it does not make it right. But anyway, the 16-year-old went to the stand and he asked her, did I put my penis in your vagina? She said no. He said, did I ever put it in your mouth? She said no. He said, did I ever touch you in any sexual way? She said no. So he said, well, why are you telling people I did that? So she said, I felt pressured. They didn't believe me when I said nothing happened, so I wanted them off my back. The justice asked the witness if she was pressured during the confrontation between herself and Miller, the criminal investigation department, and said when she said she was telling the truth, and she said that she was. Prosecutors allege that he met her on Instagram. They began a sexual relationship from 2021 that lasted to 2023.
The judge also told her, make sure you're telling the truth because the truth will come out in court. And I mean...
Now, I will say this. Someone say E is for enough. E is for enough is correct.
E is for exactly... Go to the gas station.
I will say this. This caused a lot of uproar on social media today with people trying to figure out why the girl recanted. Nobody really knows. But I will say this. Anybody who has been paying attention to this story or the fact that these messages and this stuff has been going on for 2 years, I don't know how much I believe that this man was picking up this girl for 2 years every day, and they were doing what? Was he teaching her how to read?
Or play the trumpet.
Were they practicing BGCSEs? Well, it wouldn't have been BGCSEs because she was a child. So was he doing GLAT with her?
Like, why was he picking her up every day? Why were they having this relationship? Why would you even have a friendship as a 37-year-old man with an 11-year-old girl? Even if you didn't have a sexual relationship with her, which is, I don't think anybody believes, why are you, as a 37-year-old man, having any sort of friendship with a child over a 3-year period?
That I can't completely explain.
It shouldn't, because there should be no explanation.
No, and again, there are people that have interesting fascinations. Like, I also don't understand why would I be over the age of 30 trying to be the leader of any youth arm of anything.
Completely different.
Saying some people have these weird fascinations.
Completely different.
That you just have no capacity to explain.
Okay, you're 40. You would start a friendship with an 11-year-old girl?
I don't even want to be around a 21-year-old girl.
Exactly. So I'm saying to you, even if anybody believes that this didn't happen, because a lot of people are now speculating that maybe, you know, they were in this relationship, she don't want to see her man go to jail, or somebody has been paid off. Nobody knows what happens, but all we know is the girl gone on the stand now after saying that it happened and said that it didn't happen.
My only difficulty with the entire situation is this very simple thing. The public cheered her on when she, via viva voce, evidence in person, stated verbally that, yes, he diddled me. The world believed it. We ain't asked for no evidence. Nobody do no swab test.
You can't say that because you don't know what happened in court.
I'm saying to you, in the court of public opinion, the people instantly brought him guilty. She, again, via viva voce, is saying, ha ha, I was joking.
That's not what she said. And I think that you're making fun of it, and it's not that simple.
I'm not making fun of it. I'm saying, if the news story says that she has recanted. Yes? Is that what it is?
But there are many reasons.
How are we so not as swift to believe that this isn't the truth?
Because of his actions. Because I'm not saying that children do not lie. But anybody would question, anybody with a right mind would want to know, what sort of friendship? This ain't your friend, daughter. This ain't your godchild. This ain't your niece. This is nobody that was been around your family. This is an 11-year-old girl that you met on Instagram. What friendship could a 37-year-old man have with an 11-year-old girl over a 3-year period?
Can explain.
Exactly. And what I'm saying is, you're asking about the court of public opinion. And even if they weren't having sex, if you want to believe that they were just friends, what were they talking about? What was he doing with her when they were taking those rides? Was he teaching her Glock? Were they reading?
We cannot journey down the dark tunnel of speculation. We only unlawful
You said
behavior.
the court of public opinion. It is speculation.
Right. So I'm saying, in the court of public opinion, though, I talked about the court of public opinion rendering a verdict based on a testimony. I'm saying that the only thing that has changed is the testimony, you know. The same victim, the same assailant, the only thing that has changed is the testimony. The same court of public opinion. How is the court of public opinion so lethargic in its rendering of a verdict when the same victim changes their plea?
Because I think that a lot of reasonable people can understand why a child would change a plea on the stand, especially if the accuser is the one asking them questions. 1. 2, a lot of people change their mind. First of all, she wasn't the one that took this to the police.
Right.
Remember, she wasn't the one that went and said whatever. Apparently it was a consensual relationship. There's no way a 37-year-old man could have a consensual relationship with a child.
She cannot consent.
The mom caught her. So all sorts of things could have happened. Maybe now she feels guilty because she feels like she's going to put her man in jail. Who knows? Who knows? There could be a million reasons. She could, in her mind, feel like she's in love with him. We do not know.
But she
that
also
happens.
testifies that she was pressured to give this testimony.
And she could also be saying that because she does not want him to go to jail. Is that not also...
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying, why is it so lost on us?
And...
that she might actually be telling the truth now.
Because I would assume that because they've had text messages and stuff from Instagram, I would think that these prosecutors did not just take this case to trial over word of mouth. I would assume that they would have more evidence, which, if the case continued today in court, we will find out tomorrow what else happened. So I guess we have to wait and see how it plays out.
Right.
But the only thing that I keep saying in my mind over and over again Sir, if you claiming that you didn't have a sexual relationship with this girl, what sort of friendship does a 37-year-old man have with an 11-year-old? One that we cannot explain. One that should not be explained.
I think we also have to not let it be lost that this year alone, we've caught women telling stories.
She's a child.
Okay.
Okay, that's all. She's
People
a child.
lie on men.
She's a child.
And end their lives.
And if you don't want, if you don't want a child to lie on you, as a 37-year-old man, don't hang up with an 11-year-old girl.
Agreed. We can agree there.
Yeah.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
I go into the shop and what I see, the things what they trying to sell for tea. I come to bring it back where I get it from, and then they tell me they don't give refund. I say, girl, who is you? I want my money back cause this thing ain't new. She tell me slide out, move off the line. I ain't gonna lie, nearly lose my mind. Time now, I just trying to get straight, you know, but they won't rob me. But I don't know, so I walk off, got out of sight, cause that's enough robbery for me in one night. March off like a marching man, call Consumer Protection Commission. When they pick up, I file a complaint, and quick as that, I get my money back, but don't mess with the CPC. Don't mess with the CPC, hey, don't mess with the CPC, cause why? They here to protect me. Follow the Consumer Protection Commission Bahamas Facebook page to stay up to date on tips that protect you as a consumer. It's your boy, the Evening Trick.
We all know there are ways we can help. Your help can go even further. Be an everyday superhero. Donate to Hands for Hunger.
It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck!
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Hello, welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm David Miller.
I'm sorry, but I do want to have a correction. He is not 37.
Right,
he's
'cause
24.
He's a Marine seaman. You can't be a 37-year-old Marine seaman. I don't know why I didn't catch that.
Oh, I didn't know that. But he's not, sorry, so he's not 37, he's 24. My opinion still stands. A 24-year-old man should not have any sort of friendship with an 11-year-old girl. But I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens out of that. Let me read some of the comments. Why y'all can't talk about these parents, them, they always keep an adult in the house every day, let go and live life. And people always, okay, I'm not sure that.
Well, if
there was a lot of confusion.
Well, I don't know if I like passing blame. I like adults to just be adults. If I left an adult in my house with my stove, am I to suspect you will burn it to the ground? I don't understand what you mean. I don't expect any adult to touch my child.
Agreed. And there is a case we did want to talk about, but we don't have the information. I guess we'll do that tomorrow. But they said a 51-year-old man was being charged in connection with sexually assaulting a 9-year-old who was in his care. And they're also charging a 30-something-year-old woman or 40-something-year-old woman, I guess we'll talk about it tomorrow, because she did not report it, with failing to report.
And this is the thing I tried to tell you, right? So do you know that you are bound by the law, you, Francesca Brown, are bound by the law based on the rights or the protection of the rights of a child to report all abuse of a child, and failing to do that, whether you know the child, whether you use the child auntie, if you fail to report the abuse of a child, you have left yourself possibly liable to be charged.
You know, I applaud the courts for that. I think that they should be charged.
That's why I want to know where little TT neighbors was. Because I feel like we should charge this whole corner for no one see this little girl.
I tell you, some people like to just mind their own business. The mom caught her.
And the penal code should fix that.
Well, now they need to catch the mom. Somebody agrees with you. Because how for 3 years you didn't notice your daughter was going missing? From what this story, it sounded like she used to go missing during the time when mom was to work and mom get off early one day.
I also don't think that you could hide 3 years of sexual interactions in a child that young.
If the parent isn't paying attention. I not too long got my tickets. Oh, congratulations, Breon. He picked up his ticket.
There you have it. That's how you know it's real.
Yes. Breon, 98% of baby boomers, men, will support this sick narrative. It is just disgusting.
Which narrative is that?
I don't know. I assume she was talking about when I was saying why y'all hanging out with kids. Someone said he needs to be held accountable along with her parents.
He is being held accountable. He's before the face of a court.
But they're also saying, I guess, the parents too, or the mom or whoever else was living in the house. Can I get... Oh, see, now people want stuff. So can we give out stuff before we open up the phone lines?
We didn't give away none yet.
We gave away one. Oh, we were supposed to ask producer if we could give away another gas voucher.
Do we have another gas voucher to give away? I want to give it to an FNA.
She walked out again?
She
just was free. And, okay, we could just give it out and then free.
Then free?
Yeah. And then I think we do have a pair of tickets to give away as well.
For the Beat Fest.
For the Beat Fest.
Because we're turning 8. And you should come and
celebrate with us this Saturday.
As we go and have ourselves a yabba dabba do time over at the farm on Saturday night.
The pond.
At the pond. The pond, which is not a farm. And
come put up the flyer. I think we have the flyer. We could let people.
Have a flyer?
Yeah, they put up the flyer yesterday.
And think about it. What else would you be doing on Saturday?
There you go.
If every serious DJ in the Bahamas is here, and every serious
Bahamian artist
in the Bahamas is here, where would you be?
Right there.
Yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense.
Yes. So be there. Come and have some drinks with us. Have a good time. Enjoy some Bahamian music. We are turning 8 and we are celebrating, and we want you guys to be there with us. Okay?
Yep.
So if you don't get any free tickets, you can still purchase your tickets.
Yes.
Tickets are still on sale.
Yes.
So just make sure that you come and you have a good time with us. Levin and I will be there.
Yes.
And we would love to meet you guys in person. So, producer, I could see her. Come here. Is she here? We just trying to find out how much more tickets we have to give away before we embarrass ourselves. And we do not want to give only one pair. Do we have any more gas
How many more gas vouchers do we have? Two.
Okay, so we could give one more gas voucher out. and a pair of tickets. I'm going to try and beg and advocate for one more pair because I really feel like we should give somebody a pair tomorrow as well.
You should also ask our gas sponsor for more gas tickets.
Can we have some more gas?
Yeah. Please? Yeah, especially since you wasn't, completely on point with the gas prediction. Because I hear the gas going up next week.
Well, we ain't know yet. You talk about him and that after you done give me the gas vouchers, okay? Because we want to give something to our listeners. We love you guys, even the ones that don't love us back. Okay, so how are we going to do this? We already gave one out to Miss Clinton. I took a photo. Remind me to give the name to our producer. Kay Williams also said, thanks for the tickets yesterday. Can I guess? Now we can't get the tickets and the gas now. We got to spread it out. We're running short on things. We thought we had more, but apparently we didn't.
The budget a little tight, Kay.
Yeah.
Pray for us.
Say I drive out all the wife gas. The budget a little tight. Give us a call, 323-7775.
We have every confidence that Vasco Bastian shall deliver us.
Yes.
And we shall have more gas vouchers in short order.
But the phone lines are open. You can give us a call. Anything you want to chat with us about, anything you want to talk to us about, any of the topics that we have today, you can give us a call, and we would love to hear from you. 323-7775, 698-0775, or you can, in our comments. We love to read the comments. It's a very interactive show. We love to hear from you guys. So let us know in the comments if you have anything that you want to say based on any of the topics that we talked about, or anything that you might want to talk about. We're also on YouTube at Eye on the Nation. You can put your comments there, and we will read it as well.
You want to hear something that's interesting?
Sure.
This is the last part of my chat search, right? It says, when a mother or a grandmother is consistently available, early informal learning can offset a later school start by ensuring children are socially, emotionally, and linguistically prepared. In fact, Nordic countries rely heavily on this principle. Strong family and community engagement plus high-quality preschool means children thrive, even without formal academics, until a later time. They didn't mean the case in Grammy them for you. You was right. Because some of these Grammys...
I didn't say that. I was just saying, like, for example...
To God, these children don't repeat the linguistics of their Grammy.
We having a little bit of technical difficulties. We're going to get to the phone lines in a second. We just can't see anything right now.
We even ain't call your name.
Somebody's... Again, they sabotaging us. But before we get back to that, I think because that was an off-air conversation, these Grammys, when I told them and they were saying, these Grammys ain't the same age as our Grammys used to be. When I was getting my nails done...
big bread.
No.
When so you can't say you leave the baby home to learn how to bake bread.
No, you said that. But I was in the salon getting my nails done yesterday, and this guy kept calling me mom. And I was like, bro, like, I ain't old enough to be a mom yet. Like, auntie.
Yeah.
I could be an auntie.
Cousin maybe.
But I don't think I'm mom age yet. And I was like, could you please stop calling me mom? And they were trying to be respectful because there's a barbershop attached to the nail place that I go to. And he was like, no, mom, we're just trying to be respectful. Just trying to respect. And I get what they were trying to do. But I was like, don't call me mom. So he's like, man, I have to call you mom because you're around the same age as my girlfriend's mother. And I was curious. I was like, how old is your girlfriend's mother?
They sound like they leave heaven together.
And he said, 38.
Yeah. So, boy, how old you is?
So I said, how old is your girlfriend? Because I was ready to jump on him now. Because, if your girlfriend about 38, in my head, this is a young girl. 24.
What?
And I had to count in my head.
Start doing the math.
And I was like, oh.
She wasn't nobody mommy then.
Oh. I say that to say.
Yeah.
These Grammys don't want to be home raising these children because these Grammys still living their life. My Grammy was in her 50s. My Grammy was in her 60s. These people Grammys are in their 30s.
How does that sound?
These are different Grammys, huh?
Tita Sani. We're going to have to start calling you Tita Sani.
I am not Tita yet. I ain't reached that age yet.
Yes.
But if I Grammy and you older than me, you granddaddy then.
No, I'm the smooth old dude. That's what they're going to call me when I become old. They're going to say, you see that Mr. Miller? He's one smooth old dude. You know, it is my life's ambition to make it to 60 so I could collect early NIB pension, have all my front teeth so I could take my whole pension and go by the watering hole and hold the little bartender girl hand while I look in her eye and buy 3 beers every day and then go back home.
Okay. Well, look like we're back now. The sabotage is over. We still can't see the screen. Are there any calls? Because we can't read anything.
323-7775-698.
No, he said there are calls. We just can't see it.
0775. Hello, caller. Welcome.
Ivan.
Hey.
How you do today?
Good.
Leader, the man there.
Don't know who it is.
You said that you were giving the 2 tickets to the first FNA. Me being the Secretary General.
We ain't doing that no more.
And I wanted to meet you.
I
wanted to come there just to meet you.
I actually didn't say that. He said that, but I don't know how he considered it because he's not in control of these tickets.
Gas can't help me because I don't drive. People who take me wrong, I pay them so they got to find their own gas.
Yeah.
Now, I need the tickets so I can come there to meet your co.
I already promised the tickets to the people that he could get you some tickets. I promise you.
Okay, don't worry about that. I can buy my own tickets.
Your leader can get you your tickets.
Hello?
Yeah, we listening.
What I wanted to say, firstly, that's why I called first. I have 2 things I want to talk about. First, the 11-year-old lady and the 24-year-old man. Apparently, that young girl's mother don't wash her clothes.
Well,
a mother, I mean, you have an 11-year-old or 12-year-old. You supposed to be looking in their clothes while you're washing, especially the underclothes, checking things.
Or I could just go home and squash my clothes out. Or
I don't know. Well, the girl was doing that for 3 years. She is a professional young girl. I did that like that.
All right.
Now, Dr. Dwayne.
I don't understand how we keep blaming the girls. I don't get this.
No, I'm not blaming her, you know.
You say
but if somebody is following you for 3 years,
if she covered her tracks,
you don't find somebody you can tell that
a
to.
level of...
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't think there's somebody, if she was being molested or touched in the wrong way for 3 years, you don't think somebody she could tell it to, a school teacher, a guidance counselor, a pastor, an uncle, or somebody?
That's not the case. In this case, she wasn't being molested.
She thought that she was.
She thought it
you
was.
said what I wanted to say, but
yeah,
you
but
said
she's
it.
also a
Now,
child.
let me just say
She's
something
also a
about
child.
Dr.
An
Dwayne
11-year-old can't make the decision to have a relationship with a 24-year-old man. She's a child.
Yes, but that is why she shouldn't have never went into the car. Sure, you didn't yuck and pull in the car.
But she's a child.
Right.
Do
Yes,
you not
I understand
understand?
what you're saying. I'm not trying to...
Children is go on the roof and think they could fly. Children still believe in Santa Claus at that age. She's a child. She probably still thought the Easter bunny was coming, and if she put the tooth, she's a child. I don't get the correlation between it. She's a child.
Dwayne Sands, before you cut me.
Go on.
Okay.
Dr. Dwayne Sands was on a 90-minute show today.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to be the member of parliament for Bamboo Town.
Mm-hmm.
For mostly 70-something minutes, until I called the show, he never mentioned Bamboo Town. He's trying to tell me that the people that were at the town hall meeting in Grand Balm on Monday, the PLP fly and people in there. So you're trying to tell me if the PLP could fly that much people in there to full auditorium, that means the people in Grand Balm ain't checking that?
I don't know. Either that or the people in Nassau don't have no job because the reason the PLP can't fly me is I have to come to work.
No, but what I am saying, Bevan, let's make sense out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what happened is that they had people in there in F&M shirts. They had people in there in PLP shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the Labor Day parade, the PLP outnumber them. Just like the launch, the PLP outnumbers them.
Sure.
Until Dr. Dwayne Sands could get out of this bubble and see that the F&M is in problem, they just in denial.
Okay.
This ain't their time. This too straight with Brave Davis. They might as well take it or leave it.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Yeah, and it's so regrettable that the talking point post the town hall meeting is if we fly PLPs. And again, if you and they rebroadcasted it last evening, right? If you had an opportunity, I mean, absolute brilliance. I see some people trying to detract and say that you learned nothing new from the town hall meeting, and I'm saying that anybody that thinks that, I have to wonder about them because obviously your motives are biased. I can't suggest from anything that I've heard that the presenter, premier, which is what I'm going to call him, Gregory Moss, tried to do anything than to simply dissect the law. That is all I gathered from the presentation.
Yeah.
Whether people learned anything or not, is relative because you can't conclude that.
But like I said, even if I think by the FNM doing what they did, Michael Pindar doing what he did, the other two FNMs doing what they did, they took away from the message that was supposed to come out there.
Sure.
Because for the third, fourth, fifth day now, we are still just talking about what they
If it was
did.
a PLP event.
Instead of the information that was supposed to come out of it.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So
Yeah.
like the headline would have been completely different, and we could have been dissecting the
Whether
ruling.
it was in fact a victory or not.
Right. That's
Yeah.
what the conversation should have been in the papers, on the talk shows. But instead, we are having conversations days later
about tomfoolery. Which is funny because then that would mean that the FNM's leader robbed the country of an opportunity to learn, introspect, and to inspect whether or not the government has done exactly what it says it has done. And for the people of Freeport to reflectively think to themselves, is what is being done what I in fact want done?
I agree.
That has been lost.
In this message of
in the
who
minutia
hijacked who.
of the, what are we calling it?
No, you called it a charcuterie board.
A charcuterie board of incompetence.
You keep making up different stuff. Keep it. I like the charcuterie board one. Keep that one. I call it. We didn't give away the next set of tickets yet.
Hello,
all right, let me just go in there and pick somebody.
Good day. No, I go out for the tickets. Don't do that.
You see how she just trying to take your tickets?
I was just gonna give them away to some.
I heard you. I heard you.
So that's why you called.
Yes.
Okay.
All
You want to
right.
give him the tickets?
Yeah.
We'll give you the tickets.
Now
Congratulations. Now you got
You got one pair of soft hands to carry with you?
Yeah.
All right. You got to.
I got one more question for you, though. Levan.
Hey, buddy.
I was wondering if you were playing devil's advocate.
When?
When you were speaking about how in the court of public opinion, we were, making a young man over the phone.
No, I missed that.
And just because the young lady recanted her statement.
No. I'm not trying to be devil's advocate. I just want to understand where people are in their considerations, right?
Because I wanted to know if that was the other daughter, and she was 11, and you would have turned the young man into the police. If you would have had the same sentiment and you would have said, okay, drop the case because
I'd have been smiling at my mugshot.
I'm not asking for the case to be dropped. Here is what I said. Let me make sure I'm clear about
would
it.
you turn? He said, would you turn the guy in?
Yeah, naturally. I think justice is taking its natural course, right? What I am saying, though, is I'm having a conversation out here in the court of public opinion. The court of public opinion rendered a guilty verdict once the victim made her claim. You with me, caller?
Yeah.
I'm saying that the same victim is now making a new claim about the same perpetrator, alleged perpetrator. How is it that the court of public opinion is now saying, she don't know what she's talking about, when they hook, line, and sinker rendered a guilty verdict at her initial statement? That's the only question I have.
And I think I answered that. I don't want to keep repeating it over and over again.
I was just making sure that he was clear on what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right, caller, leave your name with, unless you want
Yeah.
to give us your name now so we can tell people who won the tickets.
Okay, I'll hold it for the
Oh, you don't want nobody to know because you don't want to have to choose.
Because I was going to ask you.
He didn't want to have to choose.
I was going to ask, do you also want to leave the name?
He didn't want to choose. Leave your
also-
name with the producer then. We ain't gonna snitch on you. Thanks
you
for
also
calling.
tell us which pair of soft hands you plan to carry with you.
Now, I have to do... I have to do this. You have an FNA who's been in here from yesterday saying she wants something.
You should be giving her the gas.
I'm going to give her the gas right now.
Gas.
So Nadine McKinsey McClintock. I'm going to give you the gas, okay? Because from yesterday you were saying you was a part of the FNA and you want something. So congratulations, Nadine. We are going to give you the gas.
You are an FNA. What is our slogan, Nadine?
I can let her type it in.
She can tell us.
And if she types it in.
She's a real FNA.
I see somebody saying, what about Grand Bahama? Unfortunately, we don't have anything to give out in.
Sebastian got a gas station there.
No, and the beat thing is happening here. We can't give Grand Bahama beat tickets because then you'll have to fly here, and then we don't have it. One day, we just started this. I Am the Nation just started. Maybe one day we'll have Reach in Grand Bahama,
will be in Grand
and we'll have we will, and we'll have
Nation.
We'll have Grand Bahama sponsors, and we'll be able to give out things in Grand Bahama as well as the other family islands. All right? It's been what? Is our anniversary yet? It's been a month yet? Not a month. About 3 weeks.
About that, yeah.
About 3 weeks.
People who hate us, how long have we been on?
You know they know.
3 days, 7 minutes, 22.
You know they know. I waited for her to answer. Nadine, are you still there? He said, before I give you this gas voucher, you have to prove that you are the FNA and type in the slogan. Let me read some of the comments while we're waiting for that. I've been crying for tickets from Tuesday. I have a soft pair of hands to take. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to see if I can talk to the powers that be and beg for some more tickets for y'all for tomorrow. Because
you live in Fort Charlotte, we can see if we can get you. If you live in Fort Charlotte, my brother.
Could you stop?
You never know what we could pull off with that.
I am FNA, but I am in San Antonio at this time. I just wanted to let Millen know I was an FNA. Okay, so we'll give it to somebody else. But thank you. Thank you for listening to us all the way
in San Antonio.
We appreciate that. All right,
I also heard that someone listens to us in Greece, by the way.
Oh, appreciate you guys.
That's how you know we's a big deal.
Send me a ticket.
This is how you know we's a big deal. They don't listen to none of these other fellas in Greece. I'll tell you that.
Someone say those issues have been lost in your conversation. They are still the primary focus of the Freeport business community. Well, I'm glad it is.
Yeah, they're not in the news cycle, though.
No, that's
Freeport business community.
Could you stop being rude?
No, but I'm trying. And no, and I'll tell you why. It's because Freeport people believe that they live somewhere in the Matrix. The rest of the Bahamas would also like to know what is happening in Freeport. You don't know that about them?
Okay, somebody
else. They had
else.
Swimming pool and tennis court in the 90s, and you can't tell them that this ain't Freeport Atlantis.
All right.
Y'all are a part of the Bahamas. Bahamians would like to know what's happening. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
The slogan is, okay, so whoever could give me the slogan first, you want to just do that from the FNA? Whoever could type the slogan in here, you get the gas voucher. I's and FNA and I don't play?
That's the slogan.
All right.
That's the slogan.
So who is it, hold on, is it we the FNA and we don't play, or I's the FNA? We?
We is the FNA and we don't play.
Okay, so the first person who got it said I's. So do you still want to give it, because somebody else after that typed we. So choose which one.
Now hold on.
Someone said I's and someone says we. I'm not a part of the FNA.
No, I don't want. It's interchangeable.
Okay, so then I don't know if this is your real name. Could you type your real name, please?
Yeah, it's FNA and I don't play.
Sixlia? I may be pronouncing that wrong. I'm so sorry. I hate messing up people's names because I don't like when people mess up mine.
Oh, just
but I'm not sure.
Call the phone line now and give their name. What their name is? Sixelia.
What's the last name?
Nurbif.
I didn't guess it.
Nurbif. That can't be in their passport.
Someone say, how do I join the FNA as an MP? I won't run in Fort Charlotte. I might lose, but I can try. Speak to this one.
I am the leader. You just come and you see the leader.
Alexis Hepburn is the real. Oh, you flipped it. Okay, I picked that up. Okay, Alexis, so you can come for the, see, Alexis, if you read it the next way.
Alexis is a FNA, and she don't play, my brother.
How you know this is a she? Alexis is, okay, it is a woman. It is a woman.
Alexis
it is a woman. Alexis is interchangeable. I know a man named Alexis.
I know one, too.
Yeah, so it's interchangeable. Okay, congratulations, Alexis.
Yeah,
you can come
I know
to
a woman who couldn't afford a car, so she named her daughter Alexis.
But it ain't Alexis, congratulations. You just won the last gas voucher that we have for today. We gonna get y'all some more things, I promise.
I think that's the last one we have. We ain't got no, don't say for today. We don't have no more.
We gotta get some more. I ain't sure it's gonna be tomorrow, but we gotta get some more.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for listening. You can come to...
And when you go to pick up your gas, man, like take happy pictures. Put it on your Facebook.
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know that
you actually picked it
know
up.
that this, the gas, I on the nation get you. Thanks to Vasco Bastian.
All right,
What's
so
wrong with y'all
you
people?
can come to the station and you
tag
can
us.
pick up, and you can pick up...
That ain't a requirement, but we like when you tag us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tag him. If you could find him on Facebook.
Of course, my name is my name.
You're welcome, darling, and you're welcome to everybody else who we were able to
And I want you to go and continue to recruit more FNAs. Because what would the world be if we just let everybody be a PLP? If we just let everybody be an FNM? Could you imagine this country if there were no FNAs among us?
What kind of guys drive?
You mean the police interceptor?
Yeah, what's the kind of car? Somebody asked me. Okay.
She drives a police interceptor. only one brand of cars make them.
I couldn't remember the name of the car.
She drives a Ford police interceptor.
Not for long though. When I pull up in my new car, I don't want you to speak. I don't want you to say anything. And I tell you one thing.
She's driving a car where if you block a random man in a random parking lot he shall not utter a word. Because as far as he concerned, this Shanta come to get him, and he ain't sure what all transgressions he has made against
I will
the
say
ground.
one thing. You talk about that police car all you want. Somebody slammed in the back of me the other day, and not a little dent. I think I saw a little dent.
Yeah.
Their car was done.
I imagine they also need to go to the hospital.
But I just saying, can my neighbor get a gas voucher? She couldn't afford a Mercedes, so she named her daughter Mercedes. I do not drive a police van. It's a car, not a van. But we really appreciate
Just know that
you guys.
wherever St. Jessica pull up, crime removes itself. Yeah. So she's actually, believe this or not, contributing to the downtick in crime. The more she pulls up in places, immediately criminals want to leave. It just happens that way.
You done?
Yes.
It's time for us to wrap up this show.
Boy.
Anyway, do you have any last words?
I don't know. I always know when the show about to end, because as soon as we start having fun,
there you go.
Jingle.
The jingle is start playing. It's been a pleasure being in your company. Thank you for joining us again today. And congratulations to everybody who wants
like a little black thing you got going.
Oh, they can't see. Let me show y'all.
Ta-da.
It was a present. Like I'm a present today.
And you have to say hello to the guys at Island Connect. They say you ain't tell them yesterday.
Oh, hi guys at Island Connect.
Yeah, they're responsible for this.
Okay.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when